swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Okay? Now let's go read that again. It said, who unto you, ye blind guides, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. Okay, you're swearing by the temple. Putting your word on the temple. They say it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Okay, that means he owes. Because now he put the gold of the temple online. Okay, because he's saying to you this. The true essence of the temple is the gold inside of the temple. Okay, so they're saying you can swear on the temple. What is that? What if you swear on the gold of the temple and then you lose? Now all the gold of the temple is gone. You owe now. You see what it's saying? So it's really saying to you how we really don't understand that when we go to meet our Maker, everything that was inside of the temple, it's not going with us. The only thing that's going with us is our spiritual energy that was more important than anything. Okay? Now listen to what I'm saying to you so you can understand. Okay? You fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold? Do you understand? Which one is the most important? The temple that sanctifies the gold, or the gold itself? Think about it. The gold doesn't have no value to itself just being gold. It'll never do anything but lay around and just be gold. But the temple, meaning you, are the ones who ran around and gave so much value to the gold and put all the work in and everything, all the iniquity and all of the foolishness that you all did to sanctify the gold. You see what I'm saying? You made it a deity. Okay? You made it be great. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctified the gold? Now, this is what I'm saying to you. What is the gold going to be held accountable for on Judgment Day? See, it's not going to Judgment Hall with you. You're going by yourself. The gold is still going to be on this earth making fools out of everyone else. You understand? Okay, now let me see, because that's what it says right here. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctified the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar. Now listen, you standing by the altar, making your promises. It is nothing, but whosoever swears by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Now listen, the gift that is on it is you. Okay? So you need to watch what you're going to be doing, because you're going to be held accountable. Your personification, your spiritual energy, the essence that's inside of you. That's what this is all talking about. See, it's saying you, the temple is the body. The gold of the temple is the spiritual essence of the person who done sanctified the gold and make it become so valuable. All these churches, Bishop Lake Church and all these places where they got all these people coming in and they sacrificing all of their life work and all of their soul energy and their life force to worship this dead white man, and all these Pharisees sitting up in there taking all their money. Ye fools and ye blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple? This is what I mean. What's greater? You, as the person that's coming in this temple, setting up all this foolish brainwashing and this conniving work, where you're using the whole energy of the creator essence and blindfolding all these people, extracting wealth from them. Now what's greater? You extracting wealth from them, or you misguiding them and making them sacrifice their whole true God energy? And you know you're doing that as you lead them astray, and you know you're going to kill them as you sanctify the gold that you want. And that's what it's all about. You're selling all these people down the road dead. They're blind. They're foolish. They're dumb sheeple. They're dumb-ass chattel property. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctified the gold? They selling themselves out. They all coming in there wanting to see that nice flamboyant attire and all this stuff, this show they put on. Okay? all this dressing up and all this coming in there whooping and hollering. All this stuff is what they're saying to us melanated people. This is how we act. And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. The gift that is upon it. Okay? Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies the gift. So see, this could go on forever. Alright? What is going to be the whole answer in line is what was in your heart. See, you can give all this stuff. You can come in and have a beautiful church. You can have all these nice shoes and all these great suits and all this beautiful job and all this materialism and walk around and fool the whole world into believing that you gained all that stuff because you have a good connection with Jesus. But the only thing that's going on is that the Jesus garbage has taken over the whole world, and they are privileging and deprivileging people. We all know that. The good Christians and the one who brought on to the white man, and even the women, the white women, the black women, everybody will walk around and worship Jesus forever just so they could have their chance to enjoy the commodities of the earth that has been stolen from everyone by the European controlling white man. Okay, your whole life force has to be just, if you will, sacrificed, okay, to the sanctification and the glory and the deification of the white man and the gold. The gold is gold, oil, and drugs, okay, and diamonds, okay. That's what the gold. What I wanted to say is that their God is gold, oil, drugs, and diamonds, and that's the reason why when they say gold, you better believe they mean wealth. That's what they mean for money, because back in those days, money was gold. Okay, and whosoever shall swear by God by the altar, it is nothing but whosoever swears by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. That means trying to come there and pay their way out. Like I say to you guys on Sunday, you running into the church after you done fornicated and sinned and everything you done did all work, giving that money up, asking Jesus for forgiveness. How foolish, ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies the gift. You see what I'm saying? Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. And whoso shall swear by the temple swear by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. Okay? And whosoever, meaning that whosoever shall swear by the temple sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that shall swear by heaven sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth therein. Okay, that means that everything is tied in and relative to each other. So woe unto ye scribes and Pharisees, hypocrisies, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. Meaning the hypocrisy. Okay, this is what it's saying. Woe unto ye scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, the judges. We all know how to get down. For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye have to done, and not to leave the others undone. I mean that the rich were able to bribe their way out of their crimes, and they never had to be held accountable. And then the poor, of course, just got overlooked and done bad. You know what I'm saying? Leave the other undone. That means that the ones who was poor and could not afford their way out of jail and this and that, they just, you know, the ones who should have been done better, treated better, just got overlooked. Ye blind guides, which strain at the gnat and swallow a camel. Okay? I mean that the thought of swallowing the gnat, they don't want to do, but they'll swallow a whole camel. You see? The leaders. Ye blind guides, that's the leaders. The government. The judges. The doctors. Woe unto ye scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. That means the corruption. You know? Don't want you and your wife to argue and fight with each other, but they make wars and where they genocide millions of people. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first thy which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. In other words, clean yourself. If you start with inside governing offices and get your asses all cleaned up and everything, we could clean up this whole country. There won't have to be no part. There should have never been any slavery, and we have to throw the Bible out. That's why they don't want to start cleaning up, because they know the greatest money-making machine is religion, Christianity, and Catholicism, as well as Islam. All these wars and everything and all this foolish hate on the earth is because I ain't going to read Deuteronomy. I know y'all tired of me doing that, but you know I could do that, but I'm not. But you know I can do it. I'll do it. You know I can do it, but I'm not. One to you scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, okay, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness. Now listen to what he said. Woe unto you scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres. I think this is sarcophagus. Whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bone and of all uncleanness. So you know a dead body, a decaying body is really filthy and it's dead, and especially if it has not been embalmed properly and everything. So a sepulchre is definitely a sarcophagus, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bones and of all uncleanness. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquities. They talking about these governments. How I just been pointing out to you guys that people had the nerve to call me a conspiracy theorist and everything. When I'm sitting here saying to you, how can you call me a conspiracy theorist when your ass should be calling me a journalist? That's what you should be calling me. Okay? Just because I don't work for freaking CNN News or whatever and all that old stuff, I've been putting my work down. I've been showing you everything about what's done happened to the planet, and it's because I've been using history and I've been using all of the data that I could find, and I've been doing research and everything to show you that this government is evil and they have infiltration for outside extraterrestrials that has come to this earth and set up all these conditions on earth for this sorrow, tears, and bloodshed, using religion, deprivation, privileging, sexism, and racism, and wars. And every damn thing I've been showing you is nothing but a freaking indication of my ass being exactly what I told you. I am a universal prosecutor. I'm a universal defense attorney. I am a universal judge. I am a universal time traveler. I am the person that is responsible for the creation and the production of all these light ships that you see flying around this planet. I am the son of the goddess Sekhmet, my mother, the sun. Now understand all that I just told you, because it's really important that you get that in your head. Okay? Woe unto you scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteousness. Okay, now this is what they mean. You build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous. Alright. Woe unto ye scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets. That means you murder the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and you kill the righteous people also. Okay, that is what it said. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquities. This American government, we know, that came over here and murdered all these people on this soil over here and turned them all into good Christians and good freaking Catholics, and they did that after they did it to India. The British went and slaughtered everybody in India, turned them into good Christians and Catholics. They did the same thing in India. They did the same thing to the Irish people for 500 years also. Okay, so like I said to you guys, you did it to yourselves in Europe before you went all around the world and did it to everyone else. This is something that we need to deal with, alright? That's all to it. Okay? And say, if we had been in the days of our father, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Okay? And say, this is what they're saying. Woe unto you scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous. And then you turn around and try to say that we're not the same damn animal infidels